There's something far worse than being alone. It's being with someone who slowly disrespects you and you say nothing. You think tolerance is strength. You think patience will change her. You believe that if you hold on longer, love will return. But here's the truth. The moment you accept what should be unacceptable, you lose more than her respect. You lose your edge, your energy, your self-worth. And the sad part? Most men don't even realize they've been disrespected until it's far too late. But you're not here to be like most men. You're here to reclaim your power. So listen closely. In this video, we'll break down 7 behaviors that no Stoic man should ever tolerate. They may seem small, subtle, even normal in today's world. But when left unchecked, they will crush your soul, blur your values, and leave you broken. Let's begin. Why this matters so much to Stoic men. Stoicism isn't just about calm breathing or emotional control. It's about living with clarity, boundaries, and self-respect, especially in relationships. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." And the woman you allow into your life, she becomes one of those thoughts, one of those colors. If her presence darkens your peace, if her actions cloud your judgment, if her words belittle your values, then no amount of love can make that healthy. The Stoic man is not cold. He is calm. He's not controlling. He is in control. He doesn't tolerate disrespect, not because he's angry, but because he has standards. And any woman who doesn't respect those standards has no place beside a man of virtue. Let's break down the 7 behaviors that violate those standards. Lesson begins. Number 1, disrespect disguised as jokes. She says it with a smile. It was just a joke. You're being too sensitive. But deep down, you felt the sting. It wasn't humor. It was hostility. Whether she mocks your goals, belittles your masculinity, or teases your emotions, you must pay attention. Because what's said in jokes is often what's truly felt in her heart. The Stoic response: is this in line with virtue? If not, you draw the line. The moment you let her laugh at your soul, she stops taking your soul seriously. 2, withholding affection to control. You love isn't a reward. Affection isn't a currency, and intimacy should never be a weapon. But some women, consciously or unconsciously, withdraw warmth to gain power. They know you'll chase. They know you'll question yourself. They know the silence will hurt more than any words. But you're a Stoic. You don't beg for breadcrumbs. You don't crawl for connection. You hold the line even if it costs you the relationship. Epictetus reminds us, "He who is not enslaved by external things is truly free." 3, guilt tripping. You for having standards. You say, "I don't tolerate X." She says, "Why are you so difficult?" You ask for respect. She accuses you of being controlling. This manipulation is subtle and deadly. She's not challenging your boundary. She's attacking your identity. And here's what most men forget. Being agreeable doesn't make you lovable. It makes you forgettable. A Stoic man doesn't compromise his values for validation. If your standards make her uncomfortable, let her go back to chaos. You'll stay with clarity. 4, public disrespect. She rolls her eyes in front of your friends, interrupts you mid-sentence, mock your ideas, flirts with others as a joke. These aren't accidents. They're statements. And every time you let it slide, you teach her this: he's too afraid to lose me to stand up for himself. Don't argue, don't raise your voice, just raise your standards. The world will see a man who doesn't tolerate disrespect, and she will either rise to meet that, or she will walk herself out of your life. Either way, you win. 5, emotional roller coasters. One day she loves you. Next, she's distant. One moment, you're her king. Next, she blames you for everything. It's not passion, it's not depth, it's emotional instability. And the Stoic man understands. You cannot build peace on the foundation of chaos. If she thrives in drama, let her go where drama lives. You'll be found in stillness. Seneca wrote, "A wise man is content with himself." You don't chase storms, you build a shelter. 6, shaming you for your masculine traits. She calls you too stoic, too cold, too logical. She wants you to cry more, then criticize you when you do. Here's the truth. A strong woman honors your strength. A confused woman resents it. If she's uncomfortable with your frame, your ambition, your focus, you must ask yourself, is this love or is this sabotage? Masculinity isn't toxic. Weakness pretending to be love is. 7. Testing you through jealousy or games. She posts thirst traps, flirts with your friends, mentions other men to see how you react. This isn't an attraction, it's manipulation. And manipulation has no place in Stoic relationships. Why? Because your peace is not a playground, and your time is not a tool for her games. If she feels she has to test you, then she doesn't trust you. And if she doesn't trust you, why should you trust her? Now pay attention to these modern applications, how to handle this like a Stoic. So now you know the 7 behaviors. But what do you do about them? Do you fight? Number, do you argue? Number, do you plead, explain, and negotiate? Absolutely not. You observe, you communicate once, and then you act. That action, it could be distance, it could be detachment, could be walking away entirely. But one thing is clear, you do not tolerate what violates your values. Not because you're heartless, but because your heart is sacred, and you only give it to those who respect it. The power of walking away quietly. A Stoic man doesn't stay where he's merely tolerated. He only remains where he is respected, valued, and aligned. If she violates that, he doesn't explode. He doesn't beg. He doesn't chase. He walks, silently, powerfully, unapologetically. And in that silence, he sends the loudest message of all. My peace is more important than your approval. That's not cruelty. That's clarity. That's not ego. That's elevation. So remember, you don't need her validation. You need your integrity. And once you master that, she'll either rise to meet you or fall from the pedestal you never asked her to climb. You are the storm, the stillness, and the standard. Subscribe for more. Stay stoic, stay solid, stay sovereign. See you in the next video.